right now. Get 60% off with an exclusive deal at incogni.com/Jonas. Take back your privacy. That's incogni.com/Jonas. So we do have the numbers in for the NFL draft, or at least night one of the NFL draft. Night one did 13.2 million viewers across all platforms.
That's it?
Down from 13.6 last year.
Oh.
The record was 15.5 back in 2020. All right, so
I was joking, by the way.
not a
that's still a lot of people, bro.
It's unbelievable that the NFL can put on an event that isn't a game,
that isn't in season,
not even a preseason game.
Nope.
And they're drawing 13 plus million. So back during COVID, obviously the record was 15.5 because nobody had anything to do. Belichick was in, his war room was him and his dog. There's just all sorts of weird stuff going on. But that just shows the power of the NFL that a down year on night one still draws 13.2.
Mm-hmm.
And to see the coverage, obviously we gave it that you were a part of and all that. You can say a lot of things about the NFL. They figured this thing out.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of buzz. There wasn't a lot of intrigue as far as surprises or anything other than Ty Simpson and some other couple other kind of surprises in the NFL draft. But dude, 13.2 million on a Thursday night in April when you've got playoff games going on, games of actual consequence, and all you're really selling fan bases around the NFL is hope. Like here's a lottery ticket. Maybe it'll hit. We don't know, but here's a lottery ticket. And the NFL strikes again with 13 plus million for the NFL draft, and probably going to get even more next year as well, too.
It's a lot of people, man. And when you have a lot of people, you get a lot of data. And when you get a lot of data, you get a lot of selling power. And when you get a lot of sales power, you make sales.
It's crazy, man.
It just, I don't know, man. It's a spoils of riches. They have been able to create a following that is should I say unmatched? 13 million people.
And here's the other thing too.
In the off season.
The next big event for the NFL? Schedule release. And what do you think that's going to do? Huge numbers, huge interest. We're going to talk about it. People are going to break down each team's schedule. This is when fans start to plan trips during the fall. Where do you want to go see your team play? What's it going to – they've figured out the ability to put tent poles up throughout the year and make them NFL tent poles.
We are Sports.
There you go.
Hey, it's Jonas Knox, and when production shifts, your workforce has to keep up without driving costs up. Express Employment Professionals connects manufacturers with skilled talent fast, contract or full-time, so the job gets done right. Need assemblers, machinists, quality inspectors, maintenance techs, or production leaders? Get started at expresspros.com to find the right people when you need them and reap the benefits of a flexible workforce. Hire smarter and faster with your local Express office. Go to expresspros.com to find a location near you.
What's up, fools? Main event Jey Uso here from the WWE. When it's just me between matches, it's day one-ish. And that means it's Chumba time. With hundreds of casino-style games and new titles arriving weekly, there's always something fresh to try at Chumba Casino. The daily boosts make it even more fun. And have me about to get them all during my downtime. Ready for a fun way to chill out and enjoy a few minutes for yourself? Let's Chumba.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See T's and C's. 21 plus. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
Your summer travel budget is about to get $1,000 heavier.
No way.
You better start planning and listen weekdays for many chances a day to win bonus bucks.
Hey guys, I'm Lourdes. I'm Hannah, and we're Rowdy Cowgirls from Rowdy Cowboy in Round Rock, Texas. Come see us. We're excited to meet you and get rowdy.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
A few new issues on I-35 this morning. Southbound on I-35, a crash at Breaker Lane blocks off 2 left lanes, causing a 20-minute slowdown from Tech Ridge Boulevard. Also, a 20-minute backup for an accident going the opposite direction, I-35 northbound at Onion Creek Parkway. The left lane's blocked off here, and you're backed up from Loop 4. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Think It Up. Think It Up is an initiative to activate student-powered, teacher-led learning projects. Students and teachers, how can you spark great learning experiences in your classrooms today? Join at thinkitup.org.
Hey, sports fans, Craig Way here. On the field, injuries can take even the best out of the game. But when you're sidelined because of someone's negligence, that's when you call the legal MVP, Dan Christensen.
Thanks, Craig. At DJC Law, we tackle the tough cases so clients can focus on recovery. And that's why we have a 99% win rate.
If you're injured in a wreck, call 512-888-9999. That's 512-888-9999 or teamjustice.com. Principal office, Austin, Texas.
This Earth Day, remember, small actions add up to big change. When you recycle right, pick up litter, or care for your community, you're helping keep America beautiful today and for future generations. Join millions of people taking simple steps to protect the places we love. Because a cleaner, greener planet starts with all of us. Learn how to keep America beautiful this Earth Day at KAB.org.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Ownwell. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at ownwell.com/terms. Individual results may vary.
Ownwell has saved us over $2,000 in 2 years. Trying to protest your taxes on your own, it can drive somebody mad. Get onto Ownwell, create an account, input information about your house. They do everything for you, and it's amazing.
Your property taxes aren't set in stone. They can be reduced. Ownwell combines savvy technology and deep local expertise to save real estate owners real money. Plus, Ownwell handles everything from paperwork to negotiations and even attending hearings on your behalf. Ownwell saves you time and money. Want to see how much Ownwell can save you on your property taxes? Just enter an address and see your tax savings estimate. See how much you can save with Ownwell right now. Text HOME to 64,000. Text HOME to 64,000. That's HOME to 64,000.
Drivers who switch their home and auto with Progressive could save money and time. Other things try to do this, but they really don't. Like the touchscreen at fast food places. It's not like you save time because it takes you longer to use a touchscreen than, I don't know, someone who works there. And another thing, you'd think it would save money because they're not paying a cashier, right? But no, same price. Also, why is there an option to tip? Who am I tipping? Exactly. Anyway, even if you can't save money and time with some things, you could with a Progressive Home and Auto Bundle. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers, not available in all states or situations.
From the Audio-Visual Consultation Studios, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KDET AM Austin, your home for the Horns, and the #1 preset for your car and on the free iHeartRadio app.
The morning kickoff. The morning kickoff.
It's the morning kickoff with Mike Hardball Hardge and the world's strongest man, WWE Hall of Famer, Mark Henry, on your home for the Horns, 1300 The Zone.
Good morning, Austin, Cape Town, Pflugerville, H-Town, Pearland, City, El Paso,
San Antonio, and Stillsby, Texas.
Or wherever you may be listening. This is a Turn the Page Tuesday edition of the Morning Kickoff, right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app. The 1-800-GAMBLER call has been made, and it's not a good look for the NCAA. Speaking of the NCAA, the ruling is on the 5x5 plan that they have. Joe Cook of Inside Texas joins us at 7:34. Texas baseball gets ready for a 5-game homestand that starts tonight. And, of course, we've got NBA and NFL conversation for you. I'm your host, Mike Hardball Hardge. My co-host is a WWE Hall of Famer and recognized as the world's strongest man. He is the Mark Henry.
Good morning, Austin.
And, of course, we got our guy Marcus behind the boards. And if you want to be a part of the show, All you got to do is text the word Texas, followed by your message to 81530. Standard data and message rates may apply. That's the word Texas, followed by your message to 81530. Standard data and message rates may apply. Also, we're going to give you a chance to win a pair of tickets, but we also want to give you an opportunity to leave us a voicemail. And all you have to do is use that talkback feature on the new and improved and always free iHeartRadio app. If it's good enough, you might hear it on air.
If it's good enough.
If not, you'll get a chance to still win a pair of tickets. Make sure you stay locked in for all of that. Well, the news came out yesterday that Texas Tech quarterback Brendan Sorsby was going to check into a residential treatment program. And you know what that was for? Gambling. We talked about this before. We talked about when the NCAA had proposed the possibility of college athletes being able to wager on ball games. We said that was a dumb idea, number one. Number two, we also, Coach Sark said it was a dumb idea.
Yeah.
Because you need guardrails for these kids. These kids are making a lot of money nowadays. They are making a lot of money. Disposable income is what these kids have because they know no better. And what do? Well, Brendan Sorsby, the quarterback for Texas Tech, he was the first one on this domino to fall.
Well, Matt, there's two compelling buckets that this story can be broken into. And the first is we have the first prominent athlete in college sports to admit a gambling addiction and go check himself into a facility. That, in my mind, is unprecedented. And it will be fascinating to see culturally what unfolds from there. The second piece of this, obviously, is the collegiate eligibility bucket. According to NCAA rules, and what we know about Brendan Sorsby's gambling, that he placed thousands of bets on a gambling app, and also that when he was a redshirt freshman at Indiana in 2022, he bet on the Hoosiers to win. Those, history would tell us, would make it very difficult for Brendan Sorsby to regain eligibility. The NCAA has a strict rule for athletes and even staffers that they cannot bet on college or professional sports.
You want to hear something that's even worse than all of that is the fact that he's their $1 million quarterback, right? They bring him in. They expect him to be the guy that takes them to the playoff. And with the new rule that just was instated the last 25 days, now you can't go out and find a quarterback that's sitting at home. Can't do it. The NCAA rules don't approve of that. So now the quarterback that you have is already on your roster. I hope that your backup is good enough.
Well, Will Hammond is the backup quarterback. He's coming off of an injury. He's a kid from Huddo. He's pretty damn good.
Okay.
He's really good.
Well, I'm glad that they have one.
They're hopeful that he is going to be able to be back because he had elbow surgery. He had
Ghost rule.
So we're trying to see what's going to happen with that. He's returning to throwing the last 10 days, and there's optimism that he'll be ready to go from that. Now, here's the ghost transfer. And this was something that we were talking about before. And here's an opportunity now that the coach could be suspended. The coach could be suspended if they're going to get that type of player.
Right. If they go get somebody,
yes.
The coach will get suspended.
Correct. And they will face a fine that is 20% of the program's budget if they go get a guy out of the transfer portal.
You think that it'll be worth it to do that?
No, I don't think so.
Just go with what you got?
I mean, Will Hammond knows your system. He's been a part of your program. He started games for you. So, yeah, I think it would be let's put it like this. If I'm going to do that, why would I want to miss half of the games? I'm not even going to be able to coach the games. So what would be the purpose of that? So I need to be on the field coaching my team during that time, and I'm going to go with what I got.
Yeah, that's what I would do too.
And hopefully you got a quarterback, not only just Will Hammond, but a guy that you recruited, somebody that you've brought into the program.
That's
hopefully
coming
those
along, too.
guys would be able to step up. And to me, I mean, This
It's
was
a
going to be
bad situation just all the way around.
Yeah, and I hate it. I hate it for college football. It's been one of those discussions that we had at the very beginning when the NCAA once again does something that does not need to be a part of this and letting people go out there and, oh, yeah, feel free to place bets. Like, how do you do that? Where do they do that at? Where you got a guy that is now going to fight his way through this to be able to get through.
To a bunch of kids, no less.
Yeah,
and not only that, but Hardge, but think about the fact that he did this on his own volition, but I think that there might be something else to it. I think that, the gambling catches up to you, and then somebody finds out, and then they go, oh, I need to get 50 grand up at you.
Right.
And then they go, no, I'm not paying no extortion. I just come clean.
Well,
Do you think there might be something like that?
No, well, once you start betting, you're on the app. They can target you. That's what it's all about. They find out, DraftKings knows that you're a college student or whatever source it may be. They know, and then they turn on the NCAA, they turn on the FBI, they get other people involved in it because now you heard it from the very beginning. He bet on a game when he was at Indiana.
Yeah.
As a red shirt. So this dude has been doing this for a while. Now, once again, what I said is he's got all this money now. So you feel like ain't no bills. So you're just able to go do what you want to do. And now he's paying for that. But my boy Jacob just said, hey, Will Hammond's going to be just fine. I thought he was great. I thought he should have played a lot more last year over Bear Morton. I thought he was going to be the guy, but they went out and got somebody else.
So now that he is going to be kicked out of college football and have no eligibility.
We don't know yet. We don't know that, but I hear you.
Well, I'm just saying, I'm trying to get there before you can stop me from making my point.
We don't know that, though.
Well, I'm setting the table so you can break it down after I finish saying what I'm saying.
Set the table.
So you have this guy that could possibly be kicked out of college football.
Right.
Does that make him eligible to be a free agent and just get picked up by an NFL team this offseason?
He's a gambling addict. The NFL ain't playing with that either.
It is possible, not a free agent, but a supplemental. Is a supplemental pick?
I don't
when
know.
They basically they bid on them, they bid a pick on them.
I have no idea on the supplemental.
But
I don't even
that
know if
is
it's still a
also
part of it.
it also matters on what is his eligibility. Does he match the eligibility rules?
He only had 1 year eligibility left, and that was this season.
So he's at least a junior.
No, he's a senior.
He's a
transfer.
senior
He's a senior transfer.
Yeah,
so
he's
yes,
a redshirt senior.
yes,
He
they could.
redshirted his freshman
An
year.
NFL team could use a supplemental pick on them. Then in that situation, basically they just bid a round pick, and whoever bid the highest round pick.
That's if he is banished and kicked out of college.
Yeah.
Well, even then, the NFL knows that you have a gambling problem, and now you're and I understand you can go get rehab, you can go through all the stuff that you're supposed to do, but Pete Rose got banned.
Guys,
he bet on his team.
Guys have run over people in cars and got to go back and play in the NFL.
Absolutely, but they don't play with betting. Betting. What? How many players have you already seen? What's happened in the NBA? What's happened to the guy that
Chauncey Billups going to jail?
Going to jail. This is real stuff. They don't play with that because now you're in charge of an outcome. You know insider trading. This guy bet on his own team in college, and it is documented that he did that, and he said it. So I don't see how a team is going to take a chance. Not saying they won't, but I'm not going to sit here and, first off, I'm not going to cast a stone at this guy, but I'm not in the NFL.
Right.
I'm not betting.
The outcome of the game doesn't hang on your head.
Not at all. And who's to say that
or
he
your
hadn't thrown?
kinfolk.
Or who's to say he hadn't thrown a game before?
Oh, wow.
That's what I'm saying. Like, this is a serious issue that they are about to get to the bottom of, and he's checked himself into rehab. And if you do that, that means you really have a problem. Really have a problem. So we'll see what ends up happening. There's still a lot to uncover. I'm sure we're going to hear more of it. Now, coming up next, we're going to talk NFL. The Rams have a dilemma at quarterback, but is it really, really a dilemma? We'll discuss right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app.
Texas softball is back. Catch the Longhorns as they defend their national championship.
Texas wins the national championship.
Listen to every big hit. High and deep, a grand slam. Every strikeout.
Swing and a miss.
All season long. Search Retro Austin on the iHeartRadio app.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you'll need.
There's a 30-minute slowdown being caused by a crash that blocks off the left lane on I-35 northbound at Onion Creek Parkway. You're backed up here from Loop 4. On the service road of I-35 northbound at Windy Hill Road, a crash blocks off the left turn lane. And courtesy patrols on scene of a stalled vehicle on the entrance ramp on I-35 northbound at MLK Jr. Boulevard. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Cotton Patch Cafe.
Big plates, bigger flavors, still just $9.99. Texas value meals at Cotton Patch Cafe. Chicken fried steak, meatloaf, crispy tenders. The kind of comfort food that brings everybody to the table. Texas value meals. Scratch cooked, $9.99, and only at Cotton Patch.
It is tough to go outside these days. Hey, that's understandable given how hot it is. But there is definitely a way to beat the heat. A trip to Inner Space Caverns in Georgetown. Inner Space Caverns is a great place to take the family. You'd be amazed at all of the beautiful formations, large rooms, prehistoric animal bones, and all kinds of creations with a truly unique discovery story right here in the Austin area in the year-round temperature of a very comfortable 72 degrees. You can check out the super exciting Sabertooth Zip Ride or Pan for Gemstones. Take the Wild Cave Tour or the Hidden Passages Tour. And there's a great souvenir gift shop and newly remodeled restrooms. Get out of the house, but get out of the heat and get some fresh air underground. Inner Space Caverns, right off I-35 at exit 259 in Georgetown. That's Inner Space Caverns. For more details, check them out on the web at innerspacecaverns.com. Inner Space Caverns. Check it out. Your adventure awaits.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
You'll use the radio in your car more than anything else. When buying a new car, make sure the AM/FM is simple, clear, and convenient.
Did you know we waste as much as 40% of all the food we produce? Each year, millions of acres of wildlife habitat are plowed over, and billions of gallons of water are guzzled up to meet production demands for food that never gets eaten. Luckily, there's a lot we can do to reduce all this waste and help protect wildlife and their habitats. To learn what you can do, visit World Wildlife Fund at wwf.earth/food waste and spread the word that food should never be trash.
At Uline, they know firsthand the road to success is an uphill climb. Uline started in the family basement and through hard work is now North America's most trusted shipping and industrial supplier. They get what it means to have the support of reliable, hardworking partners. So they keep 41,000 items ready to ship. Whether your company is still in a basement office or expanding cross-country, Uline will be there on your road to success. Visit uline.com.
Hennion & Walsh was made for people like you. People who value speaking to the right people at the right time. That's why we answer the phone ourselves, to understand you and help you invest for the life you want, because you've earned it. We're Hennion & Walsh and a human connection. Get a second opinion. Call 800-279-5279 or find us online. Investing involves risk, including the possible loss of principal. Advisory services provided by Hennion & Walsh Asset Management. Securities offered by Hennion & Walsh Inc. Member FINRA SIPC.
Adopt US Kids presents Multiple Choice Parenting.
Your daughter just had her first breakup. Do you A, put yourself in her shoes?
How could he do this to you? And for Sheila, she has split ends.
B, console her?
Oh, sweetie, this is going to happen a lot. 4, maybe 5 more times before you get married.
C, take charge.
Got to get this all straightened out. Give a little talking to, man to man, mano a mano. Hey, Steve. It's now a good time? No? Okay, no problem. Bye.
Or D, help her find a new boyfriend.
I know a great place to meet boys. The internet. Nice, single boys. Never mind. How about some ice cream?
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
For more information on how you can adopt, visit adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
Longhorns basketball plays here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone.
Back to the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone and all free on iHeart Radio app. Coming up at 7:34, we will talk to our guy, Joe Cook of Inside Texas. As he breaks down the Texas Longhorns, he'll also be able to talk about this betting allegation and what has gone on with Scoresby and what this means for college athletics. 1 hour from now, we will be talking about the NBA, as last night we got some series that ended, some guys making some moves, but tonight you have the Spurs taking on the Blazers at home with a chance to close it out. But we'll talk about all that in 1 hour. Right now, we want to talk a little bit about what's going on with the LA Rams. We should have got Craig Way up to talk about this because the Rams are his team, the voice of the Texas Longhorns, but he's a huge LA fan, whether it's the Dodgers or the Rams. I'll need to find out if he's a Lakers fan. I don't know about that. But I wanted to discuss this because there's been a lot made of the draft pick of Ty Simpson. Ty Simpson, quarterback from Alabama. A lot of grades on Ty Simpson were going to be a very late first-round pick. He went 13th overall via trade, and possibly a second or third round pick. Now, all of that doesn't matter. I mean, congratulations to Ty Simpson. That's awesome that people think of you in that way. But the problem is there's a story saying that people were upset with the pick because of the fact that they didn't get a guy that was going to be able to play right now. Somebody that was going to help Matthew Stafford, help McVay, help that team get themselves back to the Super Bowl. And so people are really questioning why they made the pick. You heard after the pick, Sean McVay say that this is Matthew's team. Matthew, MVP, Matthew Stafford, which I didn't even think it was even a question. But Joel Klatt talked about this, about how Ty Simpson is a first-round pick is more of a rich people problem.
Drafting a quarterback to be your backup at 13 is rich people problems. Was this a good pick? We don't know. Let's take this in 2 parts. Number 1, is Ty Simpson good enough to get selected here? Yes, he is an NFL quarterback. Then you have to evaluate where he went. Matt Stafford had an incredible year. They're really one muffed punt away from beating Seattle in Seattle to win the NFC Championship and likely win the Super Bowl. I think that organizations have to, what I would call, respect the championship window. You've got to know when your window is open and you've got to go for it. Their window is absolutely open right now. The Rams could absolutely go win the Super Bowl next year. There's no doubt about it. I got some texts from Seattle fans and some close to the organization on night 1 that said, we would like to thank the Rams for not improving next year. They did get Trent McDuffie. So from that perspective, you could say that they were playing with house money. And if you're playing with house money, you can do things like look for a second house. Rich people problems at this point. Drafting a quarterback to be your backup at 13 is rich people problems.
Interesting. McDuffie was their guy. McDuffie was the guy that they got from Kansas City. He is going to be a starter right away in the defensive secondary. That part, I get. That's going to be big. But offensively, you talked about it before the draft, Mark. You talked about Puka Nacua. We don't know what's going to happen with him. Devontae Adams, are they going to trade him? Is he going to stay? He's 34 years old. like, if you're going to build for your future, don't you think you needed to get an offensive weapon, especially when you had Malik Lemon that was right there for you, the wide receiver from USC, the one that ended up going to that got traded with the Cowboys and the Eagles. Malachi, excuse me. He's the one. Like, he could have been a pick for you that you could have built around.
I think that would have opened the door for other controversy with Puka Nacua.
Well, we already know his controversy with Puka Nacua. We don't know what his legal situation is going to be. So what are you going to do in the meantime, if you don't know what you're going to have with Puka? You can provide depth at the wide receiver position. I don't think that would have been a problem because of what we just talked about. Oh, boy, they're older guys. These are older guys.
Yeah, Matt Stafford is one hit away from sitting at a booth calling the games on television.
Exactly.
He said it was his words, not mine. And I feel like that the organization, knowing that, they have to find somebody with the mobile skill set and the acumen to be under center and to do all of the fakes. And that was one of the things that Ty Simpson excelled at, because coming from Alabama, being in a pro-style offense, he did a lot of fake the swing pass and then stepping back and dropping and throwing and sprint options and RPOs. He was able to physically do that because he's a good athlete.
Yeah.
So I think they did good by getting a quarterback that they can build for at least a year. You don't have to expect him to do nothing but learn.
Yeah.
Hold the iPad, listen to the offense coordinator, get all the plays, and be able to sit there and listen to Matt Stafford when he comes off the field next season and break down, hey, this didn't work. Like, we got to go in motion and run this play. Yeah, and all of those things put him at under the learning tree, basically. The thing about me is McVay looked like he was aggravated. And now it comes out that they knew that this was going to happen. He was just acting. And I'm like, that's what we're doing now? We Hollywood?
They are in
we perform. They are in LA.
They are in LA.
So he's acting upset and trying to create a narrative of he's not happy just so they can get clicks. It's ridiculous.
I don't know.
Sounds like Jerry Jones.
I don't know if that is 100% all the way that he wanted to portray it, but I think it did have a lot to do with Matthew Stafford and them going up to get that pick. He would have been there. Ty Simpson would have been there. It's kind of like what we were talking about with Caleb Downs. Cowboys were going to get one of those guys, either Sonny or Caleb, to fall enough that you didn't have to give up what you thought you were going to have to get up to get them. I believe Ty Simpson, who had a low first round, possible second or third round grade by a lot of people, a lot of experts, that made you kind of wonder, why are you making a trade to go get this guy? That was the part that I was curious to. And for them to be able to go out and make that move when you don't have a person that is he's not going to help you this year.
But did the Rams traded the late first round, correct?
What do you mean?
The Rams had a late first round and they traded it for a player.
McDuffie.
Yes.
But they still got the pick. They traded to get this pick at 13.
Yeah, but I'm saying they had the 13th pick, but they had the later round pick that they used to get McDuffie.
No, McDuffie was the reason why they got the 13th pick.
13th pick.
Yeah.
So what they should have done, which y'all suggesting, is traded down that pick for more picks.
I don't think they should have done anything. He would
just stay where you at.
He would have been there. He would have come to them.
You don't package other
picks.
Need.
You don't need him. Jimmy Garoppolo is still on that team.
Yeah.
Stetson Bennett is still on that team. You have people on that team that can come in and make that move. If you're trying to get to that level, like, what are we doing?
This is a crowded quarterback room, full quarterback.
Well, not only try to go to Cleveland.
Yeah, they got 4 too. Now they got 5.
Yeah, so you
Taylor Green is not going to be a quarterback though.
You don't think?
No, I make him a wide receiver. Man, that dude had a 43-inch vertical and ran a 4.4 at 6'6".
Yeah, but see.
So, I mean, I need you to put your pride aside, and I need you to start going over there.
Too, didn't they?
Yeah, yeah.
And that didn't work, right?
I'm just saying, Hardge.
I hear you.
Like that dude
Let's let these dudes cook, man. Let's let these dudes cook. So, man, they traded with Atlanta. The Rams traded with Atlanta to get this Ty Simpson quarterback. So there was a trade that was made to go and get him. And I still believe that when you look at this team and you look at where they were, this is a team with an MVP quarterback in Matthew Stafford.
Yeah.
That was, as you heard from Joel Klatt, a botched punt away from possibly beating Seattle and going to the Super Bowl. And
I forgot about that.
Yeah. And you don't go out and get the wide receiver or another piece that can help them win right away. Those are the problems and the interesting conversations that are being had by those people in LA. Look, Ty Simpson may go on to be a great quarterback, maybe one of the best ever in the league, but you don't need him right now. So you're doing the
it's not going to happen for 2 years from now.
Right. And that's if Matthew Stafford, as you said, he don't need a backiotomy because it's spinal. Coming up next, we'll talk to our guy Joe Cook of Inside Texas, talk all things Longhorns and get his thoughts on what happened with the Texas Tech Red Raiders. Right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
There's a 30-minute slowdown being caused by a crash that blocks off the left lane on I-35 northbound at Onion Creek Parkway. You're backed up here from Loop 4. On the service road of I-35 northbound at Windy Hill Road, a crash blocks off the left turn lane. And courtesy patrols on scene of a stalled vehicle on the entrance ramp on I-35 northbound at MLK Jr. Boulevard. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Napa Auto Parts. Safety starts underneath. Napa has the undercar solutions you need to stop issues. Go further with repairs and grow your shop. Keep undercar under control at Napa.
Have you figured out your favorite day at the Rowdy Cowboy in Round Rock yet? The hottest new sports bar in Texas is great every day thanks to the Rowdy Cowgirl. An amazing menu of food, drinks, 70 big screen TVs. But Tuesday is Bikinis and Booze Day with all the Texas spirits and beers on special. If you aren't checking out the Rowdy Cowboy every day of the week, well, you're missing out. So saddle up and hit the trail for Rowdy Cowboy in Round Rock on the east side of I-35, just north of the 45 Loop.
What if your checking account paid you like a savings account? With Austin Telco's True Earnings Checking, earn 5% APY on balances up to $15,000. Just deposit $1,500 in new money each month and make 15 debit transactions. No minimum balance and no monthly fees. Open your True Earnings Checking online or at any Austin area location. Visit atfcu.org. Eligibility and terms apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
Get ready, Austin. The Dallas Wings take on the Las Vegas Aces live at Moody Center on May 3rd. Don't miss this WNBA preseason showdown. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com.
Autism isn't just one thing. It's many things. Autism is recognizing our strengths and not being defined by our struggles. It's meeting challenges, big and small, and inspiring a more equitable and inclusive future. Autism is being accepted and loved for exactly who we are. For resources and to support our mission, go to autismsociety.org. The Autism Society of America, celebrating 60 years.
April is Invasive Plant, Pest, and Disease Awareness Month, and the U.S. Department of Agriculture is urging everyone to act now. Invasive species put farms, forests, and the economy at risk, costing an estimated $40 billion every year. Officials say people often spread them without even realizing it. USDA Undersecretary Dudley Hoskins explains how the public can help stop their spread.
Invasive pests. We call them hungry pests. They can spread quickly and cause serious harm to American agriculture, our forests, grasslands, and green spaces. The good news is everyone can help. Don't move firewood long distances. Clean your outdoor gear before traveling. Be careful when buying plants or products online or from overseas, and report any unusual pest sightings to your local USDA office.
Learn how to prevent their spread, identify harmful species, and know what to do if you spot one by searching for USDA Hungry Pests.
The Spurs host the Trailblazers tonight, Game 5, with San Antonio leading the best-of-7 first-round series 3-1. Cowboys receiver George Pickens, according to ESPN, has yet to sign his franchise tag. Meanwhile, the team did sign receiver Marquez Valdez-Scantling to a one-year deal, and the Astros open a 3-game set against the Orioles tonight in Baltimore. I'm Ronta Moss.
This is Doug Gottlieb. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by iHeartAdvertising.com. Run a business and not thinking about radio? Think again. Because people are listening to radio more today than they did 20 years ago. And only iHeartRadio connects with more Americans than TV, digital, even social. Learn how radio can help your business. Call 844-844-iHeart.
A win is a win. A win is a win. I don't care what y'all say. Yep, that's me, Clifford Taylor IV. And on my new podcast, The Clifford Show, I'm bringing you raw, unfiltered conversations with your favorite athletes, creators, and media personalities. Each week, we'll talk about sports, life, mental health, purpose, and even music. The Clifford Show is not just a conversation, it's a celebration.
Search The Clifford Show on iHeartRadio, America's #1 podcast network, and the Webby Podcast Company of the Year.
Sports Radio 1300 The Zone. The Longhorns live here.
Kickoff right here on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app. It's Tuesday, so we're going to talk to our guy, Joe Cook of Inside Texas. You can follow him at Joseph Cook 89 on social. And Joe, let's get right into it. The story coming out of Texas Tech is a story for everyone that is involved. Coach Sark talked about this when the information came out that college athletes could place wagers on games and sports. And we all sat there and looked at each other at that meeting and was like, wait, what? Why would they even think about doing this? Well, we got our first high-profile, I'm not going to call it a casualty because we still don't know what's going to end up happening, but he has entered the quarterback for Texas Tech. Brendan Sorsby has entered a residential treatment program for gambling addiction. What was your first thought?
Yeah, well, a couple things here. One, what he did was illegal, and it's just that he placed bets when he wasn't 21. There's pretty much no getting around that. That's part of it, and I think that's something that's going to play out in the next few days, and that may be an impetus onto this decision. Two, he bet on games he was involved in, right. And if you're a college athlete, the NCAA tells you that you cannot bet on anything that the NCAA sponsors. So if you're a quarterback at Indiana or Texas Tech or Cincinnati, you can bet on UFC because there's no NCAA championship in UFC. But if you're at that place, this is going to sound crazy, but it's true. You can't bet on Mongolian ice hockey because the NCAA sponsors an ice hockey championship. And so betting on balls and strikes outcomes in Cincinnati Red games, in addition to betting on games you participated in, I think obviously it's a sign that whatever happened, it got out of control. And I don't know what specifically out of control looks like, but it got out of control for Sorsby, even if the units weren't big. They said, there was some reporting from On3 that it was $1 to $2.50. And I mean, if you're going to a Reds game and you're betting on, each team's got about 150 pitches, that can stack up pretty quick, even if you're only getting 2/3 of them. But the thing that I keep going back to is he bet on a game he participated in. And yeah, he can have the Pete Rose excuse of like, well, I never bet against my team. And Also, he was the third string quarterback. But we're all adults here. He's an adult here, getting paid plenty. You can't do that. You cannot. That is just one of those first rules of sports where you cannot mess with the product on the field in a way to where the viewer at home thinks it might not be on the level, or else everything just collapses. And I hope that it goes well for him. I know Tech's going to have a quarterback situation, but man, I just look at this, and I know the NCAA gets slapped around in court on a pretty regular basis, but this is just one of those things where I would hope that Texas Tech doesn't try to press the envelope with the NCAA, because the NCAA is its members, and I can get a member or two wanting an extra year of eligibility for its quarterback, thanks to some redshirt rules at D2 or JUCO or something like that. But I don't care if you invested $6.5 million or $60 million in this guy. There's got to be a rule in place where there is some sort of punishment for betting on a game you participated in. The red stuff doesn't bother me that much. The rule is the rule, but you just can't bet on a game you participated in.
The thing that I was had in question with Hardge was, where do you go from here? And is the NCAA going to allow him or banish him, and then he becomes a free agent? Or will the NFL just say, well, the NCAA is shunning him, we're shunning him too?
So the less high-profile instance of this was Hunter Deckers, the Iowa State quarterback. This happened to him a few years ago, I believe. He had to go to, because junior college and the NCAA are separate, I think he had 1 year of eligibility left to where he could go play in junior college. And then maybe he made a stop in NAIA, again, separate entities, to where he got picked up by, I think, a USFL team for its practice squad, something like that. That was somebody who was probably going to be a mini camp invite at best at the end of his career. But because of that and not playing Big 12 football, he had a circuitous route to whatever level of football that he's in. If Sorsby wanted to, he could probably enter the supplemental draft. But I was curious about this. I looked this up the other day. The last time a team took a player in the supplemental draft, I think was 2014 or something like that, because it's the same process. You have rounds 1 through 7, and usually teams just let it go. Okay, nobody took a pick, and here we are, done. Well, if you use a 4th rounder on him in the supplemental draft, that means you lose a pick in the following draft in that 4th round. And so not that any NCAA problems are going to affect him in the NFL, but then it becomes the question of, what is he as a prospect after one okay year and one great year at Cincinnati? How do you trust this guy with the keys to your offense? Do you know what situation he's in off the field? I'm curious. I wouldn't be surprised if Tech just decides to fight this on the field. They do still have Baron Morton, but not Baron Morton, Will Hammond from Hutto, who's recovering from his ACL injury. Lloyd Jones, I think, who is a redshirt freshman, and then whoever they signed this past year. But that was a big key, that Texas Tech made it to the playoff, didn't score a touchdown on Oregon, had a great year in the Big 12, won the Big 12 in dominant fashion. But once they got to the next level, they couldn't put any points on the board. They brought in Sorsby to try to help with that. And now that's at, significant jeopardy of not being available to them this fall.
We're talking to Joe Cook of Inside Texas. You can follow him at Joseph Cook 89. Joe, I didn't want to take up all your time on that, but I did want to get to a story that you have written over at Inside Texas. Make sure you get over there and check it out. The story has a little bit to do about Sark having a chance to do something special with a particular group this season.
Yeah, so if you think about the history of Texas football, this is where the wishbone started. And so the 60s and 70s were defined by the wishbone. The late 70s and early 80s often defined by I formation and pretty simple stuff. And then when you think about some of the best championship offenses, well, you had guys like Ricky Williams, Cedric Benson, and Vince Young eating into receiver yards to where there was only 1,000-yard receiver season in program history before the year 2000. Colt McCoy or Roy Williams gets 2. Jordan Shipley gets 2. Quan Cosby gets 1. And that makes up half of it. You know, all these different systems like the air raid at Oklahoma and Tech and Oklahoma State, a little bit at Baylor under the Briles system, and then a little bit, Texas A&M doesn't exactly apply. But all those teams were putting together a significant number of 1,000-yard receivers that definitely outpaced Texas. And again, system matters, but you really didn't see modern spread offense make it to Texas until Tom Herman's second year. And that's why little Jordan Humphrey had a 1,000-yard season. That's why Devin Duvernay had a 1,000-yard season. That's why Colin Johnson was close. And then you get the modern Steve Sarkisian offense, and you have Xavier Worthy putting big numbers. And then eventually, there are different mouths to feed. But just in general, Texas has not had just a lot of 1,000-yard receivers, I think, compared to some of its old Big 12 South peers. That could change this year. You had Cam Coleman get 750 or so with really bad offense at Auburn. Ryan Wingo, because he had a 200-yard game against Mississippi State or close to it, he was in the 800s. So if you're counting bowl games and playoff games, which the NCAA does, and maybe even before that within the 12-game season, there's a good chance that Texas could put together, add another 1,000-yard receiver or two in a way that it just hasn't been able to do at a high clip throughout its history. It's been better than some schools. Georgia literally only has 1, and I think the same may be true for Auburn. But at least compared to some of its regional peers, like there aren't as many 1,000-yard receivers at Texas as you would think, considering what the state we live in is, the prevalent offense that rose through the high school ranks in this state. There just haven't been as many, and Steve Sarkisian has a chance with 2 guys, one from Alabama, one from Missouri, and one with a New Orleans quarterback to reach 1,000 yards as a receiver and add a little bit more to the record books.
I love it. I love it. Make sure you get over to Inside Texas to find out the latest. They've got so many articles that is over there, and they've been talking a little bit about everything. As always, Joe, we appreciate you taking the time, and we'll talk to you next week, buddy.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
There he is, Joe Cook of Inside Texas. Coming up next, Texas baseball starts a 5-game homestand tonight versus Sam Houston, and we'll talk about it right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app.
The voice of the Horns, Craig Way on 1300 The Zone, weekdays at 2.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Your biggest slowdown this morning is going to be northbound on I-35 at Onion Creek Parkway due to a crash that has the left lane blocked off. You're now backed up from Robert S. Light Boulevard, causing a 30-minute slowdown. And you're also pretty stop and go on 290 westbound, going from FM 1100 to FM 973, adding 15 minutes to the commute. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Straight Talk Wireless. Every now and then you find a deal that actually feels like a win. With Straight Talk Wireless, you get more and pay less. Now that's a good deal. No contracts, no credit checks, no surprises, all on Verizon's 5G network. Find it in the same place you've always found straightforward prices, exclusively at Walmart and StraightTalk.com.
This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell is the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. If you or someone you care about is facing a family law issue, let us set up a 1-hour Cordell Consult. The Cordell Consult is a meeting with a local attorney who will give you clear guidance about your options, whether it's a separation, a postnuptial agreement, divorce, or custody. Visit CordellCordell.com.
Austin, San Antonio, and St. Louis.
April 30th is Green Socks Day, a day to champion financial literacy and a chance to celebrate financial growth and progress. Green is the color of money, the color of wealth, and the color of financial freedom. Wear green socks. Post it, share it, and tag #Green Socks Day. Let's turn this simple act into a movement. Together, we can build an economy that works for everyone. Visit OperationHope.org. That's OperationHope.org. Grab your pair and become a Green Sox ambassador today.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
You like saving money, right? We all do. That's why Allstate just lowered the price of car insurance. Not, but wait, there's a catch. Lower. Actually lower. So if you're shopping around or just want to see how much you could save, check Allstate first for a new lower auto rate that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
We heard Wednesday is the worst day of the week. So we made Whopper Wednesday at Burger King. Flame grilled beef, crisp produce on a perfectly toasted bun. Every detail stacked just right, all for only $3.99. Whether it's been weeks or years, get yourself a taste of that unmistakable flame grilled flavor on Whopper Wednesday for just $3.99. Or make it a small combo for only $6.99. Consider Wednesday fixed because you rule. Wednesdays in April only at participating U.S. restaurants. Prices vary. Tax extra. Must ask for offer or apply before checkout. Terms apply. BK.com/terms.
From the Audio-Visual Consultation Studios, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KDET AM Austin, your home for the Horns, and the #1 preset in your car and on the free iHeartRadio app.
iHeartRadio Did You Know? Presented by iHeartRadio. You know, what you're listening to right now. Did you know that iHeartRadio not only lets you listen to all your favorite AM/FM stations locally and nationwide for free, but iHeartRadio also gives you access to over 350,000 podcasts. Yeah, including all the most popular hosts and shows worldwide. Best of all, you can listen to all your podcasts for free. Tap on the podcast tab and explore podcasts from over 20 different topics. Sports to comedy, history to crime, music to politics, and much, much more. While you're listening, iHeartRadio will remember where you left off and pick back up when you return. You can adjust your listening speeds to slow down or speed up your podcast, follow your favorite titles to get updates when new episodes drop, and download podcast episodes right on your phone so you can listen anytime, even without an internet connection. All the podcasts you want and all the functionality to make listening great. And you don't need any other app. It's all on iHeartRadio. #1 for music, radio, and podcasting, all in one app.
iHeartRadio. Back to Hardge and Henry in the morning kickoff on 1300 The Zone.
Of Inside Texas, you can follow him at Joseph Cook 89. He's also a big baseball fan of the Texas Longhorns, coming off that series win against Vanderbilt. Now is back at home for 5 games, and they start with Sam Houston of Conference USA. First pitch will be at 6:30 tonight. You can hear all the action on 103.1 FM. If you're not going to the ball game and you want to watch it on TV, your boy will be calling the game tonight.
Come on, man.
SEC Network Plus starting at 6:30.
What is it? Bang, bang.
He hit that thing. Hopefully we get a chance to see all that. But on Sunday, we got a chance to hear from Coach Schlossnagle as he mentioned what his expectations are from the team and how he's excited to get the win.
Skipper, I said that winning on the road is like a heavyweight fight in the SEC. No, it's not. It's a cage fight in UFC. Yeah. That's what this is every time you go on the road in this conference.
Yeah. I mean, it's just so proud of our team. So every opportunity in that game to cash in and not make a pitch or not make a play. We didn't swing the bat great. Vanderbilt played awesome. two really good teams going at it, but it's been a while since I've been as proud of a team as I am this one right now.
Well, and everybody made contributions from top to bottom, but you got to start with the guy you just gave the lineup card to, Sam Kozar.
Yeah, I mean, I asked Max before we went out in the last inning and said, what's Cozy saying? He said, I'm going to die on the mound for this team. So how do you respond to that, especially to an 18-year-old?
Well, congratulations on the win. What a great victory. This is about as good. This is as big as we've had.
As big as we've had in a really long time, certainly this year. So safe travels, Hook.
Sam.
And that's the conversation from Coach Schlossnagle with Keith Moreland. Keith Moreland, lifetime Longhorn, a legend on the 40 acres. He is someone that you definitely, when he says this is huge, he means that, because he knows what it's all about to be on the 40 acres, to go on the road and get a victory that was needed. As I said, they will take on Sam Houston tonight, first pitch 6:30. And then this weekend, they have Mississippi State coming into town for a 3-game series on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Friday, first pitch is at 6:30. Saturday, first pitch is at 2:30. And then Sunday is at 1 o'clock. But you can watch or hear all the action on 103.1 FM and AM 1300, The Zone, because it will be day games. And I'll be on the call for Friday and Saturday as well. I do want to give you a chance to win a pair of tickets right now to go see the Dave Matthews Band May the 11th right here at the Moody Center. It's not too far away. Keyword of the day is crash. Crash is the keyword of the day, with a chance to win a pair of tickets to go see Dave Matthews Band at the Moody Center with the keyword of crash for May the 11th. Be locked in all day long. As you know, Craig Way and his crew will be giving away some tickets as well. Craig always giving away tickets. Craig does a good job of doing that. And let me see. Oh, by the way, Coach Sark will be on the show today. Coach Sark will be on the Craig Way Show. Yesterday, he had Coach Schlossnagle. Coach Schloss was on. If you missed any parts of that, get over to the podcast page, wherever you get your podcast, and go back and listen to part of that. And again, make sure you stay locked in today, because I'll give you official time of when Craig will be talking to Texas football coach Steve Sarkisian this afternoon, because as you know, that's what it's all about. We are the home of the Texas Longhorns. And of course, we have our guy, the voice of the Texas Longhorns, Craig Way, facilitating it all. I'm excited about that conversation, because I can't wait to see where Sark says this team is, because we all know they've been through a lot over the last offseason, getting guys on campus. There's a lot to get into. We didn't get a chance to really touch on what Joe Cook was talking about when he said that they have a chance to put up some big numbers. When you think about Cam Coleman at the wide receiver position, you think about Ryan Wingo, you think about Mosley at the slot position. Then you bring in some of those other wide receivers and getting that opportunity, the running backs catching the ball out of the backfield. This has a chance to be put up arcade numbers if they can execute it, because they have the quarterback that understands what is needed of them.
And at least 1,000-yard rush.
Yeah.
And we know that Craig Way is going to ask Coach the hard question too. Do you think that you're going to win national championship this year?
You think Craig will ask
I think Craig will ask him. Are you prepared? Is this the team that could win a national championship? And see what he said.
It will be an interesting conversation for sure. And I'll make sure I confirm what the conversation or what time the conversation will be. Hour number 1 is in the books. Coming up next, a former Texas Longhorn is out, but a new coach will be stepping in. Right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app. Hardball Hardge here with Covert Chevy Hutto. This April, the blue bonnets are blooming, and so are the savings. Right now, get $13,750 off of MSRP on a new 2026 Chevy Silverado 1500 LTZs and $11,000 off of MSRP on the new 2026 Chevy Silverado 1500 Custom Trail Bosses. Just like blue bonnet season, these deals won't last long. Visit Covert Chevy Hutto today, right off of 79. And experience the Covert difference. CovertChevyHuddle.com. Together, let's drive.
This Earth Day, remember, small actions add up to big change. When you recycle right, pick up litter, or care for your community, you're helping keep America beautiful today and for future generations. Join millions of people taking simple steps to protect the places we love. Because a cleaner, greener planet starts with all of us. Learn how to keep America beautiful this Earth Day at KAB.org.
Saturday, May 2nd, it's Chupacabras Day Round Rock Night at Del Diamond. Be one of the first 2,000 fans to score a Lucha Libre cap. It's business in the front, a fiesta in the back. Presented by Goya. Tickets at rrexpress.com.
Celebrate Cinco de Mayo with Easy Cater, the best way to order great food from favorite restaurants for all your festivities. From April 27th through May 5th, every order placed earns you 1,000 bonus rewards points. From traditional favorites like enchiladas and mole to festive options like a build-your-own taco bar, even breakfast. Chilaquiles, anyone? Easy Cater makes food for Cinco de Mayo a cinch. Order now at easycater.com and get 1,000 bonus points on every order with promo code Cinco de Mayo 26. Restrictions apply. See offer details.
LinkedIn is pretty amazing at helping you grow your small business. They can't stop your new clients from emailing you at 3 a.m., though. They can help you sell, they can help you market, and they can help you hire in one place. They cannot help you be in 3 places at one time, though. And while they can't help you organize your calendar, LinkedIn can help you land more clients so you have a calendar to organize. Grow your small business at LinkedIn. Learn more at linkedin.com/Dan Patrick Show.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Ownwell. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at ownwell.com/terms. Individual results may vary.
Ownwell has saved us over $2,000 in 2 years. Trying to protest your taxes on your own. It can drive somebody mad. Get onto Ownwell, create an account, input information about your house. They do everything for you, and it's amazing.
Your property taxes aren't set in stone. They can be reduced. Ownwell combines savvy technology and deep local expertise to save real estate owners real money. Plus, Ownwell handles everything from paperwork to negotiations and even attending hearings on your behalf. Ownwell saves you time and money. Want to see how much Ownwell can save you on your property taxes? Just enter an address and see your tax savings estimate. See how much you can save with Ownwell right now. Text HOME to 64,000. Text HOME to 64,000. That's HOME to 64,000.
Skip this. Tap that red talkback mic on the iHeartRadio app while listening to your favorite station. You guys rock. Instant feedback. And the best feature, if you mess up,
hopefully I'm sending these messages correctly.
Do it again. Leave a talkback now on the free iHeartRadio app.
That red talkback mic on the free iHeart app could win you something amazing.
The iHeart Awards in LA.
Plus, it's the fastest way to get your voice on your favorite station.
Thanks, guys. Love you. I love you guys. Have a good day.
Try the talkback mic now. Just open the free iHeartRadio app.
From the Audio Visual Consultation Studios, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KVET AM Austin, your home for the Horns, and the #1 preset in your car and on the free iHeartRadio app.
The morning kickoff. The morning kickoff.
It's the morning kickoff with Mike Hardball Hardge and the world's strongest man, WWE Hall of Famer Mark Henry, on your home for the Horns, 1300 The Zone.
Welcome back to hour number 2 of the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. And hour number 1, we talked about the Texas Tech quarterback Brendan Sorsby checking into residential treatment program for a gambling addiction and what this now spells for the Texas Tech University, their quarterback situation, and for athletes across college athletics. We also talked about the dilemma that I don't see as one, nor does Mark, with them, the Rams selecting a quarterback we all understand that it's Matthew Stafford's team, MVP. You understand what type of player he is. Therefore, it's not a problem to see another quarterback get drafted. Also, we heard from Joe Cook of Inside Texas, got his thoughts on the gambling situation. But more importantly, he talked a lot about what Texas offense can look like under Coach Sark. And, of course, we got Texas baseball tonight as they will be taking on Sam Houston. For those that are wondering, Michael Winters, the freshman, will get the start for the University of Texas. I wanted to get into this because former Texas quarterback Chris Sims announced that he is out of Football Night in America. Sunday Funday is no more. He can actually go and have a little bit more time on Sunday Funday. The news came out that he will not be back, nor will Tony Dungy. And it's question on if Matthew Berry, who is part of Fantasy, he is out as well. So there's a lot of moves that are being made for Football Night in America. You still have Maria Taylor there. It seems like you're still going to have Jason Garrett there. But now you welcome in legendary Steeler quarterback Mike Tomlin. Mike Tomlin will now be at the desk after 19 seasons in Pittsburgh, never having a losing season, whatever that's worth. And now you start to understand. I mean,
it's worth at least 2 Super Bowls.
He only won one, I thought.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I was like,
he won one Super Bowl.
Won one Super Bowl. But, I mean, at the end of the day, you know as well as I do. Okay, cool. We didn't lose, but we didn't win either. You know what I'm saying? you look, man,
divisional titles matter, I think. I mean, I would say if you won your division and you won the conference, then you did good. But ultimately, you want to have a playoff run and win the Super Bowl.
And if you ask the people in Pittsburgh
or Buffalo
or Dallas,
yeah, they've lost a few.
More than a few. 25 years for the Cowboys. We're celebrating the silver anniversary with the boys. We don't need that. You want to win championships. You want to at least play for the Super Bowl.
Way more than 20. Oh, you talking about for the
Marcus? Don't try to rub it in. Don't try to rub it in. We know how many years it is, Marcus.
Yeah, Marcus, you hating over there too.
Yeah.
Your team ain't sniffed nothing.
That's all they've
been doing.
Don't
be doing that.
Yeah. But with that being said, and the movement that is happening with the Football Night in America, it was interesting because Mike Tomlin was asked about his time in Pittsburgh and why was it time to move.
I mean, just where I am in life. And I thought it was a good time for the organization, to be quite honest with you. We didn't have a lot of success in the playoffs in recent years, and there's just some veteran players there, man, guys like Cam Hayward and T.J. Watt and Boswell, man, that I thought just that were worthy of the excitement and the optimism associated with new leadership.
And that's interesting to me. That's
an unselfish answer.
That's a great answer by Mike Tomlin, and that's why he's so good with those kind of conversations. You know, he is one of those guys that is constantly pushing it forward, right? You're trying to push it forward, and I think he's going to be outstanding breaking down the game on TV.
I do too. I mean, you could just hear him at times in press conferences. He said some very unique things, but he also was very complimentary before he gave you his negativity or his breakdown of his teams. We did some good things out there, but we got to hold on to the ball.
Yeah.
And then he would always preface the good and then give you the bad. I like that.
Right. He's doing some things that are a little bit different as always. And I look forward to it because of the fact that this is a guy that a lot of teams probably wanted as their head coach. This is a guy that could possibly be a coach somewhere in the next couple years. You know as well as I do, when you get a voice like that, and as he mentioned, sometimes a change is good for everybody.
Yeah.
If he gets an opportunity to go elsewhere, maybe he's learned something. If Mike McCarthy is getting a job, then you know Mike Tomlin is going to get a job somewhere that replaced him.
That is very true, but it's kind of like getting slapped with the backside of your hand. You back slapped him. Hardge.
Is it possible he can enjoy his position enough to not want to come back?
Absolutely. I think
he could be a
coaches
lifer.
could be doing
Mooch
this.
did it. Mooch never went back.
Neither did Jimmy Johnson.
Yeah, they were like,
After
man,
Miami,
$8 million?
He was like, I'm good, and I get to go fishing every day.
You gonna pay me $8 million just okay.
To come in the studio on Saturdays
No
and
stress.
Sunday?
I get to go
Yes.
golf and fish every day.
Yes, I would see that for Mike Tomlin. But you know as well as I do, if he gets that itch and wants to go back,
Busybody.
And he's a leader of men. You know, when you sit back and you think about it, he is a leader of men, and he gets respect across the league. Why do you think Aaron Rodgers wanted to come to Pittsburgh? He wanted to come and play for Mike Tomlin, and they didn't get to where they needed to be. I mean, things didn't go as well, but now Pittsburgh is in a spot to where they have to make some adjustments with Mike McCarthy. What is next for him? I did a podcast yesterday, and they big Pittsburgh fan. T is a huge Pittsburgh fan. And she was questioning their draft picks. She was wondering, she was like, would Mike have done that? Would Mike have drafted like the way that they drafted? Pittsburgh's draft wasn't an eye-opening one, but it was a decent one. But it wasn't one that you would think, all right, well, this is what they're going to do. They went offense, 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 defense, offense, 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 defense, defense, and then went and got the guy from Navy. So when you're looking at that, and
which was a good move, I think.
I still think they need playmakers on the outside, and they didn't. They got the wide receiver from Alabama, Bernard. Do you remember him?
I don't. But
okay.
Like there was a guy that did a comparison of Zachariah Branch and the kid from Navy. They catch the ball in space. Their technique is flawless when it comes to running receivers off and then dropping back, catching the ball, and being able to advance. That was Zachariah Branches who went to Atlanta. Zachariah Branch ran a 4.3. This dude ran a 4.4, but still, nonetheless, similar skill sets. And Pittsburgh doesn't have anybody on their team that does that. So that's a good get, I feel like.
Well, they got him in the 7th round, the guy that you're talking about. But Bernard is the one that they got in the 2nd round, the wide receiver from Alabama. And I'm just curious to him because I don't remember this young man being a quote-unquote playmaker. He ran a 4.48 during the combine, but what is his stat level? What is it going to be with a quarterback? You don't even know if your guy is going to be the quarterback, Aaron Rodgers, but you did draft Drew Aller. I do like the pick of Drew Aller. I think he's going to be really good in the NFL. Some guys are better.
Yeah, if he runs the ball.
Well, I mean.
Because when he throws it, it could go either way. That dude, he threw some interceptions, man. I think I caught one.
Well, you must have been open.
I got interception. I was just standing there. He threw it to me.
Yeah. I think he's going to be a great pickup and a great steal for the Pittsburgh Steelers at the quarterback position. So we'll see what ends up happening with that. We'll see what happens with McCarthy. We'll see what happens with Tomlin. They had to make the moves. They had to do what they needed to do to make this opportunity for everyone. But the realization of the draft, it continues to change. And now you're starting to see people not losing their jobs, being relieved of their duties at their positions because they're probably getting changes on the voices, but also financially. There was probably something that had to do with it. Chris Sims was probably making decent enough money being there since 2016. He had a 10-year run almost in that position. So it'll be interesting to see how everything fills out with the way that the NFL is starting to move. Coming up, we're going to continue the NBA conversation tonight. We have the Spurs taking on the Blazers, but more importantly, we've got to recap what we saw last night as OKC continues to roll. They win the game last night. Denver picks up with a shorthanded Minnesota, and Detroit. Well, Detroit, we thought you was going to the promised land.
Hey,
and
Big
all
Sandy.
you're gonna get ready to do is go work on some cars.
They're going to Big Sandy.
We'll talk about it and so much more right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app.
Phones, laptops, cars, smart speakers.
I use the iHeartRadio app.
All devices, all the time. Your home for the horns. 1300 The Zone.
From the Lorenz and Lorenz Traffic Center.
A new accident blocks off the express lane on Mopac southbound at Far West Boulevard. We've got first responders on scene here. Delays start from Breaker Lane, causing a 10 to 12 minute slowdown. You're also stop and go on 290 westbound from FM 1100 to FM 973, but no delays over on 183 southbound this morning from 45 to Duval. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Capital One Bank. What's in your wallet? Capital One offers no fees or minimums on checking accounts, and most Capital One cafes are open 7 days a week to assist with your banking needs. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank. Capital One N.A. member FDIC.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
At Uline, they know firsthand the road to success is an uphill climb. Uline started in the family basement, and through hard work is now North America's most trusted shipping and industrial supplier. They get what it means to have the support of reliable, hard-working partners. So they keep 41,000 items ready to ship. Whether your company is still in a basement office or expanding cross-country, Uline will be there on your road to success. Visit uline.com.
Before they can cheer your name, you've got to make one. At Spurs Sports Academy, we're helping young athletes do just that with year-round basketball camps and tournaments for kids of all ages. It's all part of our mission of inspiring lifelong memories and building character through competition. To find your way to play, text HOOPS to 210-444-5021 or head over to spurs.com/sportsacademy.
Voters are listening to the radio, tons of them. If you're running for office, radio is where people are actually tuned in, not swiping past ads. Connect with communities everywhere and get on the air in just 48 hours. Visit winwithiheart.com. That's winwithiheart.com.
The NBA playoffs are right around the corner, and now you can trade on every game on Kalshi. You can also trade on who wins each series, the conference finals, and the championship. On Kalshi, you're trading against other people in the live market. No house and no odds maker. And as the odds move, you can buy in and out anytime throughout the postseason. For a limited time, download the Kalshi app. Use code CHART to get $10 when you trade $10. Kalshi, Kalshi. Trade on anything.
Lowe's has the brands pros trust to get the job done. You can now shop new Catalyst fencing solutions and save big when you do. 10% off when you buy in bulk. Plus, save $180 on a DeWalt 12-inch dual bevel sliding compound miter saw. Now just $449. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 5/6 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
take a look under your bed. Find stuff under there? What about jobs? No? Now try your basement. There's a pair of overalls that overall you're not so into anymore. A perfectly good laptop that hasn't sat in your lap in months. And even more stuff, but still no jobs? Well, you really have both. See, stuff is defined as household articles considered as a group. Sometimes this stuff is no longer needed. Wait, no longer needed? That can't be right. Because remember those jobs you were looking for? Those are really needed, and they're the stuff inside your stuff. Even inside that winter coat that moved with you to Phoenix. Our job is to unlock those jobs, and it starts when you donate your stuff to your local Goodwill. Here's how we do it. When you donate to Goodwill, we sell your stuff to provide job training for people right here in your community. So just by teaming up with Goodwill, you help create jobs. And isn't that worth parting with the leftover keytar from your 80s cover band? Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs. Find your nearest donation center at goodwill.org. A message from Goodwill and the Ad Council.
Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, your home for the Horns.
Right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app. Coming up in the next segment, we'll have the world's strongest man bring you his world's strongest take. But right now, let's talk NBA. The playoffs continue to roll on, and last night was no different. Orlando Magic taking on the Detroit Pistons. It is a nervous time in Detroit. Here's a team that had the best record in the NBA, number one seed, going after it, and then boom, they get the Orlando Magic. A bad matchup for the Pistons, and it's starting to show. Orlando leads the series 3-1 after a 94-88 victory. Cade Cunningham can only do so much. At one point, he went through 4 people to go take a shot, and he missed the shot. I'm like, you got 4 people on you. Somebody's open. Find somebody that's open.
Somebody is open.
For real. Franz Wagner for Orlando continues to play at an elite level. The Orlando Magic is not scared of the Detroit Pistons.
Hardge, I don't know if I've seen failure like this in a long time in the NBA. I don't know what about the playoffs made Detroit inept. Duran is not playing well at center. Cade Cunningham, remember, like we thought Cade Cunningham might be a candidate for the MVP. The way he was playing at the beginning of the season before he had the collapsed lung.
Yep.
I don't know if that plays a factor in it, but they just are not playing well.
They're not gelling.
No.
It's the wrong time to fail on your ability to play.
Like, they don't even run their offense. Biggerstaff is like, they come to the side, he got his hands up like, what's going on?
Right.
He confused. I called the play.
Yep.
Y'all can't run the play? Like, I'm shocked at what I'm seeing, but I'm realizing that Cade Cunningham is not the same Cade Cunningham that we saw at the beginning. He never attacked that entire game. He never attacked the rim and tried to dunk on everybody like he did at the beginning of the season, and he was not drawing double teams. If you could defend him with one, then just defend him with one.
Yeah, this is a matchup problem. You look at the link that Orlando has, they match up well with Detroit. And as I said, this is now 3-1. They look to finish it out. Also last night, the Thunder sweep the Suns, SGA doing SGA things, 31-8. Dylan Brooks figuring out, like you said, Marcus, he's trying a way to score. He has become this scorer on this team, and now they are done, and now they look to play the winners of the Lakers and the Celtics. I mean, excuse me, the Lakers and the Celtics. The Lakers and the Rockets, once that is figured out, and it looks, we know what the answer is going to be.
Come on.
But I'm trying to give you a little grace.
Don't give me false hope.
We're going to see what ends up happening. But SGA also talked about getting ready to play either one of those teams and the importance of it all.
They're obviously going to be a really good team. You don't make it to the semifinals of the Western Conference playoffs if you're not. it'll either be the Lakers or Houston. So they each pose their challenges. Houston is like more defensive and Lakers are more offensive. But they're both really good teams, and to make it out that series, you have to do a lot of things right. So we won't take them lightly either.
And in the final game of last night's big matchups, the Denver Nuggets took down the Timberwolves, a team that is very shorthanded. They do not have Anthony Edwards. They do not have Dante DiVincenzo. And now they are trying to finish it out with Minnesota, but Denver now has the advantage. I believe they're still down 3-2, but I still believe that they have the advantage. And last night, a bunch of guys stepped up. Spencer Jones came into the starting lineup, finished with 20 points. Our guy, Joker, had another triple-double, 27 points, 16 assists, and 12 rebounds. Rudy Gobert wasn't as effective on him as he was before. Jaden Daniels wasn't as good. It was a lot. Julius Randle had a big game for them, but it was still the fact that you look at what Jamal Murray, Joker, and Spencer Jones, and you can throw in Cameron Johnson, were able to be dominant last night.
Did you see what the difference was? Is they started going and rubbing. Anytime that Joker got the ball, they would send somebody to go and bump the Eiffel Tower. And then Joker would make his move. They wore him down. They beat him up. And now he's tired. So I don't know if Minnesota is now going to be able to pull this out unless they get some kind of breath of fresh air or a second wind, because now Denver knows how to beat them.
Yeah, Denver found a way to get it done, but mostly it was because of Spencer Jones coming in and giving some good work, and the Joker talked about it.
Definitely, he stayed ready. His minutes were up and down, and then injuries and all the stuff. But he's always ready. Last game did he score? Right, but I think his impact was really big, and today he made 20 points. So that's huge. He made some big threes, and defensively he was aggressive and making the guys question their next move, and he was really good.
Yeah, he was really good. He was 4 of 5 from 3-point land. That was huge for them to be the separator. Now they got to wait and see what's next. And you know as well as I do, at this particular moment, these games come down to the will to want to win. And tonight we got big matchup. We got the 76ers and the Celtics. The Celtics are up 3-1. They're back in Boston, so it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. Then you also have the Hawks and the Knicks. The Knicks are scrapping, but the Hawks team is not backing down for them, and they're back in New York. So you know that CJ McCollum is going to be ready to roll. And then you finish out the night with the Trailblazers traveling to San Antonio. The Spurs have been honking that horn in San Antonio after those victories. And tonight is a huge, huge matchup for the Spurs and the Trailblazers.
They're playing a chess game against the Knicks too. Bless their hearts. They've tried. Anytime that they run the offense, they get a switch and they shoot over the top of Brunson. They just know, hey, he can't get up here where we are. Let's get the shot. And it's working. I'm not saying take Brunson out and you'll have a better chance because he's such a really, really good offensive player. But defensively, screen, ball drop, or dribble handoff, shoot the shot. They're making you shoot. And the percentages are high enough on how they're playing defense that Atlanta's winning.
Yeah.
And there's nothing that you could do to change it except for have Bridges get hot and score 20 or 30 points.
They didn't even let him play the other day.
And right.
And
Hart, who sometimes sporadically will score 20 points. Hardge scored 6 points the other day. So it's like the guys that the Knicks brought, if they lose this game, they're going to blow that team up because they realize we can't win with this team. Giannis is out there. They're going to have to retool that team to have players that can play in the East. And, you know, I still would keep Brunson, but pretty much everybody else on that team would be expendable.
Most of the time, Brunson is the defensive liability, as you mentioned, and late in the game, they will take him out. And they'll try to bring him in offense for defense.
Yeah.
But he's got to figure out a way to get stops. And he's got to want to play some defense late in the ball game. Just so everybody understands, tickets for tonight's games at TD Garden, it is 104 tickets to get in. Madison Square Garden is 352 to get in, and that's the low. And at Frost Bank Center in San Antonio, it's 134 to get in. Wembanyama is looking forward to it. I expect a fight in this ball game just because of the fact that the Spurs want to close it out at home, get some rest, and the Trailblazers are going to do everything that they possibly can to extend this series.
Yeah, me and the missus are going to go down there and hopefully see the Spurs close the game out.
It's a late night, Mark.
I know. I'll be here. I'll be sleepy, but I'll be here.
Yeah. Well, coming up next, we got the world's strongest man bringing you the world's strongest take right here on the morning kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeartRadio app.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
The earlier crash that blocked off the express lane on Mopac southbound at Far West has been taken care of, but the right lane's blocked off by a stalled vehicle in the express lanes on 183 southbound at McNeil Drive. There's also a stalled vehicle blocking off the right lane, the 290 Toll Road westbound at Springdale Road, backing you up from 130. I'm Jason Fossig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Insurance makes bundling easy and affordable. Get a multi-policy discount by combining your motorcycle, RV, boat, ATV, and more. All your protection in one place. Bundle and save at Progressive.com or call 1-800-PROGRESSIVE.
We all know that during football season, that 11 a.m. kickoff can sneak up on you. The alarm goes off, the coffee is brewing, you got your game day shirt on, and then you hear someone say, "Hey, is it too early for a Bud Light?" And you got that one friend that's always ready to ride and says, "It's game day." That's a rule. We can enjoy it. Make sure you get a Bud Light because it's the official domestic beer of Texas Athletics. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Please enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
If you care about predictions and props, right now, it's all about playoff pressure from the hardwood to the ice. BetOnline has always been the home of real sports wagering deep markets, sharp odds, and player props built for real fans. Basketball playoffs are heating up, stars taking over, series swinging on a single shot. And in hockey, it's all speed, grit, and sudden death moments where one goal changes everything. BetOnline delivers live betting and in-game odds that move with every bucket, every breakaway, every goal. BetOnline, the game starts here.
Leander, this is your new spot. Willie's Grill and Ice House is now open. We're talking a full scratch kitchen, stacked burgers, hand battered chicken tenders, and crawfish delivered fresh from Louisiana every single day. Ice cold drinks covered. Full bar ready. Wall to wall TVs for every game, of course. And because it's Texas, a completely climate controlled covered patio. So whether you're grabbing drinks, catching the game, or posting up with your crew, this is your spot. Willie's Grill and Ice House, now open in Leander. Additional locations in Georgetown, Pflugerville, and Kyle.
Did you know each year Americans toss out more than $382 billion worth of food, costing an average family of four nearly $3,000 each year, and costing our planet even more in wasted resources? Luckily, there's a lot we can do to reduce all this waste to help your wallet and the planet. To learn what you can do, visit World Wildlife Fund at wwf.earth/food waste and spread the word. that food should never be trash.
Support comes from Amazon Business. You can't rely on guesswork to run your business. With Smart Business Buying, innovative AI tools optimize your purchasing experience, paired with delivery options built for business. Empower your team today. Learn more at amazonbusiness.com.
Giving your liver a spring cleaning is easy with Active Liver from New Nordic, the delicious daily detox that will keep you feeling your best. Search for Active Liver by New Nordic on Amazon or pick up some at your local CVS, Wegmans, or GNC.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
From the ABA Heating and Cooling Weather Center, this is Zone Weather.
Your Austin weather: cloudy skies, a high of 92 for your Tuesday. Partly cloudy tonight, a low of 74. Wednesday, showers and storms, a high near 80, a nighttime low near 65.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Insurance makes bundling easy and affordable. Get a multi-policy discount by combining your motorcycle, RV, boat, ATV, and more. All your protection in one place. Bundle and save at progressive.com or call 1-800-PROGRESSIve.
Did you hear what just happened?
What?
Yes! It's all live on the iHeartRadio app.
Breaking news.
The stories blowing up your group chat.
I spoke to Diddy.
The interviews everyone's talking about.
Just the two of them.
The real-time reactions.
Damn.
The wins.
Okay.
The losses. This isn't yesterday. This is happening right now.
Accurate news and fun shows.
And you're in the middle of it. Hit the talkback mic and jump into the conversation.
I've been leaving talkbacks every day.
iHeartRadio, where it's always happening live.
Sports Radio 1300 The Zone. The Longhorns live here.
You know what it is when you hear that beat drop. WWE Hall of Famer and World's Strongest Man, Mark Henry, brings you his World's Strongest Take. Take it away, big fella.
Hard.
Yes.
You know what time it is?
What time is it?
It's time for the World's Strongest Take by the World's Strongest Man, Marcus. Back then, they didn't know me. Now I'm hot. They're all on me. Well, here we are, another edition of the World's Strongest Take. And this is the first time of the year that this team has been brought up in conversation, I'm sure. And that is the Portland Trailblazers. Recently, on March the 30th, the Tom Durden bought the Trailblazers. And this is a guy that he owns multiple franchises. Hockey, basketball is in investment groups for other professional sports. Apparently, Tom is thrifty. He's a billionaire, multi-billionaire, but is a little thrifty. They're calling him El Cheapo. He spearheaded the purchase of the Blazers, and the NBA approved it, but they had no idea that they were going to make the playoffs. Like he thought he had a rebuild type of team, but the Trailblazers are in the playoffs for the first time in a long, long time. And let's just say that I had a reliable NBA source call me last night and say, bro, have y'all talked about this? And I said, no, not yet, but maybe in the morning. And here we are. Hardge, the two-way players, and we explain, like a two-way player is a guy that plays for like the South Bay Lakers, like Bronny James.
Or the Austin Spurs.
Or the Austin Spurs and the San Antonio Spurs and the Lakers, respectively. The players that they pick to be two-way players to help them on their roster, you can only pick so many. He's not paying for those guys to come on the road trips because, historically, you can't play if you're a two-way player unless the team cannot outfit a full team. So you basically are going on the trip just to go on the trip. Durden said, we're not paying for that. They recently had a stay, Hardge, where they ended up in the hotel and the bus didn't show up till 4:00. So they paid the extra money for the players and the coaches to stay in their rooms for late checkouts, but all of the staffers and employees, 12:00, y'all got to get out. I'm not paying extra for y'all. They sat in the lobby for 3 hours and waited on the bus. My take is this. He's going to realize that he's going to have to conform to the traditional standards of the NBA, or teams are going to be players and staffers are going to not want to work for those franchises. What say you?
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how it all plays out. But you know as well as I do, Portland is not a destination place for any free agent.
No.
I watched the Jailblazers the other day, the documentary of the Portland Trailblazers, and they called them the Jailblazers with Rasheed Wallace, Damon Stoudemire, and Bonzi Wells. And you forget about how good those fans are. You see it. You see what they
show
are right
up
now. They're going to show
at the
up.
Rose Garden.
They're going to be excited about their team. They're going to be a part of it. And for him to take away the T-shirts that were supposed to be put on the chairs, for the fans to be able to cheer their team on, it is really disheartening for an organization and their new owner to be the way that they are.
He should be ashamed of himself.
But on the other side, maybe there is a method to the madness on what he's trying to achieve. Playoff run? No, you need to put your thought process on the back burner. You need to pay for all that stuff and make sure.
Okay, I thought you was going the opposite.
No, to make sure that their staff is taken care of. If you thought you were going to be in a rebuild, I understand it, but you're not.
But you're not.
Your team has done some things. So you can get out of your character, so to speak, and make sure that is taken care of.
I'm sorry that we're too good for you.
Yeah, but you got to look at the way that this is going, that this way is going around. You have to make sure that you lock in to understand what those people in Portland are going to support. And what they're going to support is that type of team.
Yeah, Hardge, if I'm qualified to go and be an NBA staffer at any other 31 teams in the NBA, and I'm sitting in that lobby for 3 hours waiting on the bus because I got kicked out of my room because they wouldn't pay, I'm out. Yeah. I'm not staying there.
My work productivity will suffer starting at
now.
noon. Starting at noon.
Starting at noon.
I got to check out of my room.
I'm going to be on my phone.
Yeah, I'm going to be away from the place. I'm not sitting there for that long. But to your point, you start to look at these contracts and who they are and what they're trying to do. This is going to be interesting because Dame Lillard decided to come back to Portland. He wants to finish his career in Portland. If Portland gets into the next round, Dame is going to play the next round. They're not getting into it.
Well, they're not getting
Yeah. It was
all
a pipe dream.
I need you to do like Red Fox would say back in the day. I need you to put that out your mind.
Yeah, it's not a good look. But it will be interesting to see what the Trailblazers do moving forward. As I said, I don't think you see any free agent saying, I'm going to Portland.
And my thing is this. You're not helping the situation.
Agreed.
Like being cheap and stuff, basically saying you're not going to pay. You're not. I'm thinking, okay, so if you draft me and my contract comes up,
no, you're not staying.
You're not trying to
You go ahead. Don't come in here trying to negotiate either.
We want. I need another $2 million.
No. Hey,
but it's just $2 million. That's the going rate. Can you?
And he's gonna sit across from you and say, "You big dummy. You remember what Red Fox said? Put it out your mind." I got Mark over here choked up. They talking about put it out your mind. You're going to be out of there. So
that is horrible, man.
It is. It is.
El Cheapo. You getting called El Cheapo by the city that the fans are saying.
They probably are. He's probably like, yup. He's like Mr. Burns counting his money.
Please
right there.
don't.
Yeah, he's right there. What do you mean? I'm El Cheapo. I'm eating good. My family good. Y'all just sit over there, peasants. That's what he's calling them right there.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, Scrooge McDuck. That's who he is right there. When we come back, we're going to talk Texas baseball, and we're going to hear from Stephon Castle. He has a superstition. Look, I played baseball. I had superstitions too, but wait until you hear from this guy. It's pretty interesting. Right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone, and always free on the iHeart Radio app.
Texas softball is back. Catch the Longhorns as they defend their national championship.
Texas wins the national championship.
Listen to every big hit.
High and deep, a grand slam.
Every strikeout.
Swing and a miss.
All season long. Search Retro Austin on the iHeart Radio app.
Your summer travel budget is about to get $1,000 heavier.
No way.
You better start planning and listen weekdays for many chances a day to win bonus bucks.
Hey guys, I'm Lourdes. I'm Hannah, and we're Rowdy Cowgirls from Rowdy Cowboy in Round Rock, Texas. Come see us. We're excited to meet you and get rowdy.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
The earlier crash that blocked off the express lane on Mopac southbound at Far West has been taken care of, but the right lane's blocked off by a stalled vehicle in the express lanes on 183 southbound at McNeil Drive. There's also a stalled vehicle blocking off the right lane, the 290 Toll Road westbound at Springdale Road, backing you up from 130. I'm Jason Fossig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by IHOP. Make today a little better with IHOP and the IHOP value menu, where a full satisfying meal is just $6 any day of the week. Pick your fluffy pancakes, crispy bacon and eggs, or try the new BLT, stacked high and served with fries. Big flavor, just $6 every day. $7 in some locations.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Ownwell. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at ownwell.com/terms. Individual results may vary.
Ownwell has saved us over $2,000 in 2 years. Trying to protest your taxes on your own, it can drive somebody mad. Get onto Ownwell, create an account, input information about your house. They do everything for you, and it's amazing.
Your property taxes aren't set in stone. They can be reduced. Ownwell combines savvy technology and deep local expertise to save real estate owners real money. Plus, Ownwell handles everything from paperwork to negotiations and even attending hearings on your behalf. Ownwell saves you time and money. Want to see how much Ownwell can save you on your property taxes? Just enter an address and see your tax savings estimate. See how much you can save with Ownwell right now. Text HOME. That's HOME to 64,000.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
How was your break? It was great until I stopped for gas. Prices have gone up almost $1 with no end in sight. I might have to start watching how much I drive. That's exactly why I use Upside.
I never pay full price for gas with the free Upside app.
Upside?
Yes, Upside. It's the free app that gives you cash back just for buying the gas you're already buying. So even with the rising gas prices, I'll never have to limit how much I drive.
Does that actually add up to anything?
Just last year, I made over $200 with the Upside app.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Upside app right now.
Download the free Upside app to earn cash back on the gas you're already buying. Use promo code FUTURE25 for an extra 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank account, or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code FUTURE25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first fill-up. That's FUTURE25.
Offers vary by user and location. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
Autism isn't just one thing. It's many things. Autism is recognizing our strengths and not being defined by our struggles. It's meeting challenges, big and small, and inspiring a more equitable and inclusive future. Autism is being accepted and loved for exactly who we are. For resources and to support our mission, go to autismsociety.org. The Autism Society of America, celebrating 60 years.
You like saving money, right? We all do. That's why Allstate just lowered the price of car insurance. Not, but wait, there's a catch. Lower. Actually lower. So if you're shopping around or just want to see how much you could save, check Allstate first for a new lower auto rate that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Sports Radio 1300 The Zone. Hook 'em horns.
Good morning, Kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 Zone. Want to get into this conversation because yesterday the news came out that Cooper Flagg was named the Rookie of the Year in the NBA. This was one of the closest battles from what they said in the NBA Rookie of the Year. Cooper Flagg averaged 21.6, 0.7 rebounds, 4.5 assists, and 1.2 steals per game. It came down to him versus Con Knueppel. Cooper Flagg got 56 first place votes, and Con Knueppel got 44 first place votes. Cooper got 44 second place votes. Con Knueppel got 55 second place votes, and he got a third place vote. VJ Edgecombe got third place behind in front of Dylan Harper and Cedric Coward of the Memphis Grizzlies. It is one of the best stories in the NBA when you start to think about what you saw from one Cooper Flagg this year. He scored 50 points in a game. He was back-to-back scoring 40 points in a game. He was unbelievable at times. So shout out to what we seen from Cooper Flagg.
Man, I thought that it was no contest. I mean, I know Knueppel, his former teammate, had a lot of set rookie records as well in three-point shooting, but it's about being the best player overall, not in one statistical category. So, Cooper, they made the right decision.
And so he becomes the first rookie to lead his team in points, rebounds, assists, and steals since Michael Jordan did it in 84-85. He also was the second youngest rookie of the year, only behind LeBron James, to be able to get the rookie of the year. So good stuff by Cooper Flagg. As we mentioned, tonight is a big game for the San Antonio Spurs. They get a chance to try to close this thing out. But the story isn't just about the Spurs and what the expectations are tonight. It is about my man, Stephon Castle. Remember, I was upset with him because he couldn't shoot. He had no legs, and he was shooting air balls in clutch moments. Well, since then, he's been balling out of control. But there's a reason why he's so good at what he does.
Naps is one of them. I take a nap every game day. Last year, I used to wear my socks inside out every game. I feel like it helped me.
How does that help you?
I have no clue, but it did something for me. I double knot my right shoe.
But not your left.
No,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I like it.
Mm-hmm.
It's working.
Yeah, it's working. So
Rookie of the year.
why stop?
Cover of magazine. Dick's Sporting Goods commercial.
Yeah, that's all of that.
Yeah, he's done it all. He's done it all. And
Why double knot the right shoe and not the left?
that's his superstition, man. Maybe that one gets loose all the time.
Maybe he accidentally did it one game and had a big game.
No, that always
there
happens.
you go.
Yeah. I'll never forget I was in Arkansas. I was playing for the Arkansas Travelers, AA squad for the St. Louis Cardinals. And we had went on the Texas road trip, and we were playing in El Paso. We played at Midland. We played in San Antonio. We covered Texas. And I have family at every one of those games. But I was Texas League Player of the Week, Player of the Month, because I was hot that month. And I remember I ate the same thing every single day on the road trip. I went the same direction. I got to the park at the same time, put my clothes on the exact same way at the ballpark because of the success that I had. We got back home, and obviously all that changed, and struggled a little bit. So then I have to really play in my mind what it was that I was doing. So I tried to reinvent that. Nope, couldn't do it. But it is always good to understand that not only are baseball players superstitious, all sports people
All people
are
are
superstitious.
There are people that won't wash their gear.
Oh, I know. That's the awful
That's
part
the
of it.
worst
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah.
Have you ever smelled like a football locker room? Like,
Yeah.
God.
Been in there. It's not a good thing, Mark. It's not always good when you got to deal with stuff like that.
The only thing worse than a football locker room is a hockey and a wrestling room. Listen, man, there's not enough Febreze in this state to freshen up.
Speaking of, I saw you on the the Von Erichs, The Curse of the Von Erichs. I saw your interview. You were on there for that. And then I just started watching, I'm almost done with it, the Hulk Hogan documentary that is on Netflix right now. But the Von Erich one that was on is it A&E? No, it was on, yeah.
It was probably A&E.
It was either A&E or USA. No, I think
it was A&E because that's the one I did.
Yeah. And as somebody who grew up a Von Erich fan and grew up in the state of Texas, that's all you liked. It was the Von Erichs, and you hated the Freebirds.
So I booked the boys. I booked
the younger ones,
Kevin's sons
yep.
At one of my All Caribbean shows, and I know Kevin really well. He actually just moved back to San Antonio from Hawaii.
Yep, he was a Hawaii guy.
Yeah,
he likes to walk around with no shoes on,
barefoot,
climbing in the trees.
Bro, that dude walked in the airport barefoot.
Oh, I'm sure.
Like he's a different guy.
He wants to be grounded. You know, he wants to be one with the earth.
One with the earth.
Wasn't that a superstitious thing too? He forgot his boots or something?
I don't know that story.
Yeah, I don't either.
I'm gonna have to Google that.
But I as a Von Erich fan, huge fan, got a chance to watch them early in my young career because they used to wrestle at the Boys and Girls Club in Killeen. And so we got a chance to see them when they came in and did all their practice and all that other stuff. It was just a different type of atmosphere. But then I'm watching it and I see you pop up in there talking about him. I was like, oh, look at there. Look at Mark.
Yeah, I know
big
that
fella
guy.
on there. Big fella was on there. But yeah, good stuff. And that goes back to your superstition. So watching some of that stuff and watching how people wear certain robes and everything and certain
who is the
tapes.
baseball player? Was it Big Yell? Craig Big that used to do all the Nomar Garcia Parra.
Yep.
Man, he couldn't play today because now you got a clock.
The timer.
He got a clock now.
Listen, Nomar was a teammate of mine, and I got to see that firsthand. And not only was he superstitious about that, he had his bat set up a perfect way every single time. And he always would bring another pair of shoes and glove into the dugout and have it sitting underneath the bench, and nobody could go in that area because that was his zen spot. Yeah, it was kind of crazy, but he was one hell of a baseball player.
Yeah, he was good.
And all-star and big time player. Really, really good dude too. So shout out to Nomar. I want to give a shout out to Joe Cook of Inside Texas as he broke down the gambling story. Big stories all day long. Don't forget Craig Way today, the voice of the Texas Longhorns, will have on Coach Steve Sarkisian today. So stay locked in all day long. For Marcus, for Mark, I'm Hardball Hardge. Don't forget this. Don't believe everything you see because even salt looks like sugar. Stay locked in all day. Peace.
No matter what your viewing pleasure is, Rowdy Cowboy has it for you. Hockey, basketball, playoffs, baseball, golf, auto racing. It's all worth watching on one of the 70 big screen TVs.